I have had such a busy day and I just need to stretch, just need to get in my fitness class and just get in it and just do it. Hashtag fitness is life. Such a great way to release my stress after such a busy day shopping and Instagramming. Hashtag FitFam. Hashtag never give up. Hashtag stretching is good for the soul, and I love it. Where's my green juice? Oh, there we go. Hashtag detox, right, ladies? I mean, all of the stuff that is in our bodies and all the chemicals and just, I can't deal. Hashtag go green, please, in every area of your life, please. Okay. Are you girls feeling chilly at all? Because word on the streets is fall is right around the corner. It may even be here, which is, as we know, the best thing ever, right? It's getting chilly. There's these crazy things coming called pumpkin spice lattes. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. And I'm in Southern California, so I can wear a scarf with a tank. Okay, let me just get a pic of this. Yes. Been waiting for this fall since last fall. Don't have to shave my legs for many months. Hashtag PSL. Hashtag all the feels. Hashtag basic and proud. Hashtag are fall and autumn the same thing? Hashtag Christmas is right around the corner. Oh my gosh. But before it gets too chilly, as you all know, I have to go to one last music festival for the summer. I don't know which of you went to Kaboo or Stagecoach or Coachella, but it's just where I become one with the world around me. I love it. So cool here. All my friends with Fringe are all around me. Kaboo has my heart. Love to be one and flowing with the universe and God and Jesus and the earth and nature and angels and unicorns. Hashtag flower crowns. Well, I've been taking a lot of selfies lately, as you guys all just saw. So girls, you want to come out? Let's go out. We need a girls' night. We can all go out together and take pictures of ourselves together. What do you guys think? Do you want to? Let's put on our LBDs and just get out there on the town and just best friends forever. And I don't know, just maybe all be on our phones together, but just be together, but chat with our other friends when we're with each other, right? Is that cool? Because I've just been really needing you guys in my lives lately. I've just been as you saw, I'm so stressed and I'm so busy. It's thank God that was fake. Not fake. I drank my pumpkin spice latte already. Okay, girls, let's get out there. Oh, thank you. I need my phone for my pictures, my selfies. Okay, girls, come on, get all together. Let's all fake laugh. Let's do a boomerang. Hashtag girls night was just what the doctor ordered. Love my flawless friends. Hashtag girls rule, boys drool. Hashtag BFFs. Hashtag real or fake laugh. Hashtag you'll never know. Oh my goodness. What? Oh my God, yes, I will. Thank you, yes. Of course I'll go to homecoming with you. Oh my God. I can't believe you asked me in front of all these people and had it on stage in roses. Oh my God. I've been waiting for this moment. Oh my goodness, yes. Filter, skinny filter, tan filter. I said yes, ... to homecoming, hashtag duh. Hashtag cutest boyfriend ever. Just feeling so bad for all my friends that didn't get asked in such an amazing way, but I am hashtag best. Woo! So, girls, now I've got some kind of outfit on up here. It's crazy. I actually do need some of these, and I'm actually going to move out a little bit of this stuff so that I can walk and see you. It's a crazy world we live in, right? And I am actually not making fun of anybody because I have posted 4 out of 5 of those exact pictures. Never been to a music festival. I don't know cool music. I'm not cool enough for that. And every time I make a green smoothie, it comes out this brown poopy color. And I don't know how people do it. So I still drink it, though, because it's healthy, right? So we live in a world where we are told constantly how to look, what to do to be perfect. We're told since we were very young what to eat and what not to eat and how to look and act. And every part of our lives, we have been told we should be different than we are, right? We're not enough right now as we are, but we could be if we bought the products, did all the things that the magazines and the movies told us to do. And we can't get away from it, right? The messages are all around us. So here are some of the things that I have to read to you, because it's quite long, that we are told we should look like, have, be, or do. Are you ready? Skinny, young, thin arms and legs, thigh gap, brow game on point, glowing skin, cute, upbeat, plump lips, long lashes, no wrinkles, just get Botox, sassy, big boobs, big butt. Now you should take pictures of your butt in a bikini. Flat stomach, fashionista, get plastic surgery, no cellulite, gel nails shaped as the latest trend, perfectly winged eyeliner, look natural after spending 2 hours on your makeup. Funny, sexy, but not too sexy, be athletic, but still girly, self-deprecating, but not too awkward, wear push-up bras, wear thongs, wear designer clothes, shoes, and bags, do all the fitness challenges, have six-pack abs, run, squat, burpees, gym, yoga, Zumba, Pilates, bar, bikini body, long, smooth legs, wear lacy underwear, full-bodied, shiny hair, braid your hair in French braids, Dutch braids, fishtails, and pigtails, straight white teeth, don't forget to bleach, a hot boyfriend, perfect skin, no pimples, spend all kinds of money on face washes, toners, retinol, wrinkle creams, and eye masks, how to flirt, how to ask for a raise, how to take a selfie, shave, wax, laser pluck. Travel to awesome places, take pictures, Instagram them, drink green smoothies, eat salads, quinoa, kale, kombucha. Be gluten-free, GMO-free, no parabens, lactose-free, fat-free, sugar-free, and vegetarian. Be meticulously groomed and bouncy, Pottery Barn house, room, dorm, or locker. Be a good sister, daughter, friend, have thousands of followers, friends, likes, and comments. Anthropology style on a TJ Maxx budget. Be popular, be pretty, be smart, be nice, be rich, be lit, have friends, have a hot boyfriend. Don't be depressed or anxious. If you are, try to hide it. Maintain an active social life. For the older mamas in the room, be a good wife, be a good mom. Keep working, though, obviously. Cook and clean. Don't forget to use all natural cleaning products. Keep getting promotions at work. Start an Etsy shop. Be a feminist. Be a good Christian, but not an annoying one. Be tolerant, but stand up for your beliefs. Make Pinterest recipes. Host Pinterest parties. Don't forget to always be happy and start a blog. Be unique and be yourself. Be just like everybody else. Go to school, church, sports, extracurriculars, hobbies, and work, and excel at all of them. Have it all and look flawless while doing it all. It's a wonder. Thanks. That was a lot. I'm kind of tired. Are you guys okay with my mic? I feel that I'm hearing a lot of echoes. You guys are okay? Okay, cool. It's a wonder any of us get through the day, right? Like, those are the messages that we're getting all the time. And now it's not enough to be pretty or beautiful, even. Now we have to be flawless, right? Hashtag flawless. And perfect. And this idea that if anything is wrong with us, physically, emotionally, mentally, we should hide it, we should fix it, we should pretend it doesn't exist, we should always have a smile on our face, we should look perfect while we are doing that. And inside, a lot of girls and women are crying because they don't feel that flawless way, because none of us are flawless, right? But we see all these celebrities and we see Instagram that are these perfectly doctored pictures, filtered, right? How much time do we spend filtering? And then on the captions, it's like hours before you post a picture. And how many pictures do you actually take before you pick that one? How many selfies do you take before you get that one? It's really crazy. So the world is telling us to be perfect all over the place. Actually, I have a slide for this, which, sorry, you have to watch my homecoming story. So I'm talking to you today about these three things. We just went over the flawless headlines that we hear all the time. Then I'm going to talk about drama queens and gossip girls and how we deal with that. And then our addiction to our phones. Just be perfect in all the different ways. Here are our flawless tips. My favorite one is how to be skinny. Notice that your body is covered in skin. Wow, I'm skinny. Great tip. That was my favorite one. So we've got life goals, we've got our diets, we have a different exercise. One day we're supposed to only drink green juice, no carbs the next day, do this exercise, and then that one's obsolete the one day later. We can never keep up, right? our worth, if it is based on the number of likes we get or how clear our skin is, or if a boy told us we look pretty that day, the next day, any of those things could change, right? And then what do? If we depend on who we are based on what other people tell us and what the world tells us and media tells us, we will forever be empty, right? There's just no end. We can never get to that place. We're told we're supposed to be these stick skinny girls and have these curves out of nowhere. And it's like, okay, please let the fat go to my boobs. I don't know. I can't. What am I supposed to do? That is not a natural body for the vast majority of us, right? And yet, that's what we're told we have to be. So anything less than that isn't good enough. And I spent a lot of my high school years and even into college thinking that my body was my enemy, right? I thought that my body was my enemy, that I had to fit into this little box. It had to be a certain size and weight and look a certain way, and I had to be perfect in all the other areas of my life, and I couldn't be sad. I couldn't tell anybody that I was struggling with things because that wouldn't be cute or cool or fun. No one would want to be around me, right? So I would obsess about the way my body looked, and I would talk about it all the time, which is it's also a wonder I had any friends back then. We were all constantly just, what do I look like? Oh, I'm, fat, feel fat today. Oh, my thighs are this. And then the other person says, well, I have this nose. I can't wait to get plastic surgery. And it's just this crazy world where we cannot win. And in recent years, God has been giving me a message and a truth that he really strongly wanted me to tell you girls, that our bodies are not our enemies. Our body is not our enemy. We are with our body all day, every day. It's ours. It's our friend. It's our companion. It's our partner. It allows us to do anything in the world. We do not have to be harsh with our bodies and starve them and restrict them and make them exercise like crazy or overfeed them because we're empty inside, right? Our bodies are not our enemies. And I really needed to hear that message. And God brought Wonderfully Made into my life in college. And that was the video you saw, that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. When I learned, I've been crying already all morning, so I'm going to cry throughout this, but when I learned that God had knit me in my mother's womb, he wasn't just like, oh, here, okay, whatever genes take over. He knit me. He knit you in your mom's womb. That is a very precise and time-consuming activity. I am a horrible knitter, but I can't imagine God doing that for each one of us, right? That's his love for us. And he says there's our body and our spirit, our soul and our mind and our thoughts and our emotions. And all three of them were wonderfully made. All three of them are satisfactory to God. So those feelings that we try to hide, those moods or hormones are insane. And they are part of our bodies. They're part of how God designed our bodies. They're our feedback system on the world around us. We have to start honoring our bodies and saying, you are not my enemy. My emotions are not my enemy. My feelings of sadness or distress or loneliness are not my enemy. Those are feelings that your body has to give you feedback on what needs to be happening around you and what you need to go to God with. And he is not dissatisfied with any part of us. He doesn't look at our bodies and say, oh, I would love her so much more if she fit into a size 2, or, oh, if she didn't feel this way, then we could really get somewhere in her life. Or their thoughts, or our personalities, or our futures, or our goals. He is satisfied with every area of your life. His stance towards us is not harshness, of fitting into a box, of saying, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to fix everything so that I'm perfect and I'm enough, and then people will love me if I'm beautiful. Because that's the message we get, as you can see. That's how many things we're told all day long. And I think our minds just kind of filter it, but somewhere deep inside, they're in us, saying, be this way, be better. Do more. Look prettier. You're not good enough as you are. And it's cool because God actually was the first one to say #flawless. In Song of Solomon 4:7, he says, and this is the love letter from a new husband to his wife, and he's enthralled with her. And God says, Jesus is the groom and we're the bride. And the church is the bride. That's his daughters. So it's a love letter to you. He says, all beautiful you are, my darling. There is no flaw in you. And some of the translations have spot or imperfection or blemish. But isn't that amazing? God, who actually sees our perfectly filtered Instagram world, and then the real us of the sadness and the loneliness and the struggles. He sees all sides of us, and still he says, you are flawless, all beautiful. He calls you his darling. That's the tenderness that we so long for in the world, right? We always look for that. Who's going to love us and accept us? And he's saying, already flawless with all of your troubles, right? And all of your pimples and all of your warts. I have warts literally on my feet. And I just think, okay, whatever. It's okay. God is satisfied with you. He says you are already flawless. If we seek flawlessness by the world's definition, we will come up so tired and exhausted and hating ourselves inside because we can never get there. And if we seek God's already definition of flawlessness, we're there. We're already there. There's nothing you have to change. The only thing he desires from us is that we come to him and draw closer to him. And this affects girls of all ages. 40 to 60% of 6-year-old to 12-year-old girls are scared of gaining weight and have anxiety about their body. They're 6 years old. I was at the gym the other day, actually in Japan, and a little girl was running next to her mom, and she was probably 7, and she looked down at the treadmill, was like, oh, Mom, I burned, 15 calories, and the mom was like, good job, and I'm just thinking, I didn't know what a treadmill was until college. Why are we teaching our girls that they need to weigh a certain amount and eat certain things? It's just, what do we do? How do we change? It starts with us here in this room saying, no, I'm already flawless. God has already said he was satisfied with me. All right, we got to move on. I'm already out of time. Not really, but getting there. So the next thing I want to talk about is drama queens and gossip girls and competition between girls, which we see all the time, right? We see reality TV. They're always backstabbing each other and fighting and competing against each other. The Bachelor or Survivor, whatever it is, they want to win the guy or win the money. And we see celebrity feuds, and we think they're so amazing and funny, and we all follow them and see what bad things happen in their lives. And on reality shows, we love the idea that they're kind of real, right? We want to see that they have some problems, but we still want something to idolize. So we follow these supermodels on Instagram and say, oh my gosh, hashtag goals, I love you. And it's like, you just love them because they're beautiful, right? And they filtered a picture. And we're idolizing these people that we want to know the real them, but we know how we actually are, right? With all of our bumps inside and all of our issues. And so we want something that reminds us a little bit of us, but it's still perfect. It's still different than us, right? We want to idolize somebody that is different than us. And we see Mean Girls and Gossip Girl and Pretty Little Liars, and all of it are these high school girls that have these mean cliques, and they're gossiping, and then we see it in our own lives, right? The bullying on social media, you unfriend someone, and then you block someone, and then someone's like, you didn't like this post, and you didn't like this picture, and are we friends? And all this drama happens now on social media, but then when you see the real person in life, you just don't say anything because all the damage has been done. There are so many dramatic problems that happen, and girls, it starts with well, I posted this picture on Facebook and ... Or, oh, all my friends were doing this and I didn't go there. I didn't get invited. I was left out. And we see so often that social media is a new place for us to feel less than perfect, less than enough, left out by friends that are doing things, right? Or just comparing, feel bad about ourselves, all the different ways. Because we see the fake, beautiful, filtered image, and we present that too. Sometimes I look back at my Instagram, I'm like, oh, wow, my life is awesome. You just look at those pictures, it's great. But inside, it's not perfect. Last week, I was just crying myself to sleep. I was having such a hard week. And what would I do? Ever post that on Instagram? No, but it's real. Those are all parts of us. Social media doesn't show ever the whole picture, and neither does what we see on TV. So there's this idea that girls are mean. There's mean girls, and they're catty and talk behind your back, and I hear that all the time, like, well, girls are just so mean. It's like, yeah, I get it. Like, I've been a mean girl in my life. I've been treated meanly by other mean girls, but this idea that girls are like inherently mean really bothers me, because I have this amazing group of my mom and my sister and my grandmas and my friends who are really nice. They are so nice. And I know so many girls that are so nice, and they are so genuinely happy. We're so genuinely happy for each other's success and joy and happiness. There are nice girls out there. And if you are a mean girl in this room, and we've all been it at times, and you need to check yourself. If you are a mean girl in this room, stop here today. Walk out of this room. No more mean girls. No more ever from any of us. No more gossip. No more leaving out. No more backstabbing. No more hurting other girls on purpose or because you are suffering inside. Because confident women that know their value in God don't hate. They just don't have a reason to. They just know who they are, and they're so happy for every other girl and woman to know who she is, right? And if you are in a place where you have a group of friends that isn't building you up or makes you feel like you're not enough, you don't have to be in that group. You can walk out of that group. And if you have times in your life right now where you feel like you don't have friends, or they don't like you or know the real you, or you have to be somebody other than who you really are, that's okay. We have all felt that way in our lives. We have all felt that we didn't have a true group of friends who we could be with. And keep praying about that. God will bring a group of friends that build you up. That's what we need to start as girls and women, saying, no, we're going to build each other up and edify each other, not do the gossip and the backstabbing and all of that craziness. I had a friend, she was having a jewelry party. And, where it's like fancy jewelry and you go and buy it. And so I went to the party and I got dressed and I put on this big chunky necklace that I often wore with different outfits. And I went to the party and people kept asking me about my necklace. And I was like, thanks, yeah, it's from Target, And I like to tell people when I get things at cheap places because it bonds girls. You're like, oh yeah, it's from Target, it's from Marshall's, whatever. It's like from Walmart. And then they're like, oh my gosh, awesome, I would want to pay that price. So we joined together. So I was telling people, oh, it's from Target and, whatever. So then that friend who had the party told my other friend that she could not believe I wore that necklace and that I was insecure. And that's why I did it. I wanted everyone to be paying attention to me, and I want to be the center of attention, and my insecurity was the reason why I wore that necklace to the party. And my other friend was telling me this, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. I did not think. I just wore an outfit that I normally wore, right? It was a mistake, but I felt really bad because I could totally see how it looked. I was like, oh, don't buy any of this stuff. You can go to get Target and get this amazing necklace. So I totally understood why she felt the way that she felt. And I was a little bit older. I was 22 or something at the time. So if that had happened to me in high school, I might have been really upset and really crushed, and I might have been like, well, she does this, and, telling that friend, well, I'm going to go tell these friends that she's insecure too, And instead, I was like, I was okay with it. I understood where she was coming from, and I knew that I didn't do anything on purpose, and so it was okay. I didn't continue the gossip chain or whatever. And isn't that how our drama is? A lot of times it's something so stupid and so small, and a guy would be like, what? You wore a necklace to a necklace party and you're not friends anymore? Crazy. Totally crazy, right? But we know how that happens, all these little things. But the part that really got me was that word insecure. Because we throw that around a lot. Oh, it's okay, she's insecure, honey, don't worry. She's jealous because she's insecure. Oh, they're just really insecure. Newsflash, we are all freaking insecure. Our world tells us every second, be insecure, you need all these things, buy all these things, do all this stuff. We are all insecure. It's not that big of a deal. We can be insecure about our bodies, insecure about our personalities, insecure about any one thing in our lives. So I think if, as girls, we go up to our friends and be kind of honest about these insecurities and say, hey, you invited everybody to that party, and I felt really left out. And the reason I'm really insecure about that, because in middle school, this thing happened, and then wouldn't that be powerful? And the friend can be like, oh my gosh, I'm insecure about my friends not texting me back fast enough. I think they don't like me, and they're all hanging out, and okay, cool, we're all insecure. Big deal. Our security will never come from this world. It will never come from our culture or media or even friends. It comes from God. The storm of media and culture is insane. And he says, oh, here I am. Your security is right here. Deuteronomy says his everlasting arms are under us. That is our security. The eternal God is our refuge, right? He is the strong place. He is Jesus on the boat saying, don't worry, stopping the winds and the waves, right? The storm. He leaves all those sheep that are doing fine and here's one lamb, and he picks up the lamb and he carries it in his arms. That is our security. Of course, we're going to be insecure in this world. His everlasting arms that are under us are the only security we can ever count on. And it's the best, most tender, wonderful place to be, where your body, soul, mind are all flawless and satisfying to him. Okay, this is fun. Our phone addictions. There's something else, right? We spend hours on our phone, and we'll go, you'll go just lay on your bed to kind of chill, called zone out with my phone out. You're just gonna zone out, you just need to relax. So you take that phone and you lay on your bed, and you're just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just escape in everybody else's lives. And what happens? It's 5 hours later. And you have looked at your ex-boyfriends, cousins, sisters, moms, brothers, next door neighbor's Instagram. And you're like, I know their middle name. I know that they had steel-cut oats for breakfast. I know they just went on vacation and they visited their grandma. And I don't even know them, right? But we get so stalkerish, and we're just we just keep on going, right? This girl's pretty. What does she do? Oh, I wish I was like her. And we escape our reality, and we think somebody else's reality is going to be better. And it's crazy because now a lot of times we don't even have conversations with each other, and we see that this is moms alike and dads alike. You see families at a restaurant, and they're all going, on their phone, clicking, liking, texting. It's all of us. It's our culture. And there's this new thing called Nomaphobia. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's the fear, the unease inside us when our phones are about to run out of batteries or you don't have service. This is a real thing. That anxiety, we're like, oh my God. My friend, I live in Japan, as you guys heard, and I had 2 friends visiting, one at different times. The first one is about my age, a little younger than me, and we went all over Japan and did all this stuff, and every day we were taking pictures and Snapchatting and blah, 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 and always had our phones out and doing all this stuff, and we had a lot of fun, and everyone was commenting on our posts and saying, oh my gosh, so cool, so amazing, and you're like, yeah, I'm amazing, until, the next day where you didn't post anything and no one says anything to you, and everything's filtered and perfect, and we didn't post all the real deep conversations where we were crying and holding each other and praying for each other and say, you're going through this, I'm going through this, how are we going to get through this together, right? We're just posting the perfect. And then my friend, who is about 50, came and she stayed with me for 2 weeks in Japan. And she told me early on, the first or second day, she was like, yeah, I don't like when people are on their phones texting when I'm talking to them, and I just feel disrespected and they're not listening to me. And I was like, oh God, okay, put my phone away for this trip. And she didn't take out her phone. She didn't have a desire to take pictures of every single thing and put them all up and filter them and all this stuff. And we would be, going all around and visiting different sites. and we'd go to the bathroom, and I'd be like, I'd get on the toilet, oh my God, what has everyone been doing? Oh my God. And I would just sit in there like, I can't let her see me on my phone. And we do that sometimes when we're alone. We're like, yes, I can just get on my phone and no one can judge me. It's crazy. We have these insane addictions to our phone. And the reason why is that we are social beings, right? We want love and acceptance and affection, and we want to be in community with each other. That's why it's so hard when we don't feel like we have a community. So whenever our phones text or we get a call, the same area in your brain, I think it's the insular cortex, lights up, and it's the same one as if we're getting feelings of love or acceptance from a human in person. So our brains are going, someone loves me, someone loves me, someone loves me, okay. And it is an addiction, but the problem with it, as you all know, is we know that there's this fake side of it, right? And so when we fill up on the fakery, it's just like junk food. It's like you just want more junk food, but it's not the substance. It's the same thing. We fill up on the fakery, the filtering, and we don't get the substance that we so desperately desire. And I love this. This was on Post Secrets. My life looks so much better on social media. Truth is, I'm miserable. And I think a lot of people, maybe even in this room, could say, yeah, my life looks really good when I completely control it. But it's different. There's different things that we won't post on social media, right? So what do we do with this? Oh yeah, and the YouTube stars. Do any of you guys watch YouTube stars? Like, oh my gosh. Okay, so I've been watching them, getting ready to talk about them, and it's cool because they're really cute, and they wake up and they're like, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna get a smoothie, I'm gonna brush my teeth, and people are like, I love you, how are you so amazing? It's like, you all woke up and hopefully brushed your teeth this morning. Why are they so your idols, But I think it's that same idea of wanting something pretty real, right? We want to be connected to them and relatable, but we also want them to be a little bit better than us, a little bit like to reach their #goals, right? Now our goals in life are eyebrows, beautiful eyebrows, flawless skin, their makeup, their clothes, their house, whatever it is, those are our goals. And what happened to like actual goals? Like, I'm gonna run a half marathon, or I'm gonna learn a new language, or I'm gonna teach Sunday school, or I'm gonna get an A in this class, or I'm gonna finish this Netflix series that I've been trying to binge on, What happened to those goals? Real goals. And goals to look a certain way, it's all cool, it's all fine. We want to be beautiful, and God says, you are beautiful, fearfully and wonderfully made, flawless, my darling. It's all good. But we've got to have some goals for the interior life, for the women that we want to be one day, that has nothing to do with how we look. The most beautiful women I know in my life don't look like anything I've ever seen in a magazine. Anything like it. 92% of American children have an online presence before the age of 2. Isn't that crazy? They don't even have an option, right? It's in utero. I'm pregnant, yay! And here they go. Here goes their life of social media. And it's cool. I love to see what my friends are doing and see who's pregnant and all the excitement. It's all good, but we have to be aware that we are living in two worlds, the real world and then the world of social media, right? And we cannot base our worth on that fake world. So I've got some steps for you to take that I've been trying to do, and it's hard. I know we're all gonna be like, yeah, I'll do one of them or two of them when you leave, and then you'll get home and be like, whatever. But if there's a time where you're struggling with your interior life, with your heart, with your emotions, with your relationship with God or your family or other people, try to do one of these things. Try to remember them and try to do one of them. The first one is no phone in your room at night. This one is huge, but what we're doing is we go to bed with a screen scrolling through other people's lives. Have you ever, sometimes I have dreams about the most random people that I haven't seen in 10 years, and I wake up and I'm like, I must have seen them on Facebook last night while I was trying to fall asleep. And then we do it in the morning too. We wake up and we're like, I gotta wake up. How am I gonna do this, right? Wake me up. Okay, look at everybody else's live. How many likes, how many posts, how many comments did that boy ever write back to me, right? And what's happening is our minds are filled with other people's lives and comparisons and jealousies. Before we go to sleep, the most sacred time that our bodies and minds need to process the things we've learned that day, to sort through our emotions. And back in the olden days, young girls didn't have TV or screens or anything like that, and they would go to bed and they would think about how they're feeling, what's going on in their lives, what are they dreaming about. They would pray and do the same thing in the morning. You need sanctified downtime. You need to zone out without your phone out. You need to be present with yourself. You can trust your body and honor it. You can trust your emotions and honor them. So at 8 o'clock at night or whatever time, you leave your phone downstairs, you give your phone to your mom, and then in the morning, you get it again. Just give yourself a break from the madness. Moms, you can help out and you can take this challenge too. I know there's a lot of moms that wake up with their Insta scroll, right? Oh gosh, you better be done. Okay, so no phone in your room at night. Just try it 1 week. I did it and it was amazing. And every day, like in the morning, I'd be like, oh, yes, look at everything, and you have all stuff, and you think you're so popular. So that's good too. And you know what else? You can be mysterious. Your friends will be like, where have you been? I was sleeping, people. I know, all my fans, I was sleeping. It's okay to have a little mystery, especially if you're talking to a guy. Have a little mystery. Okay, he does not need to know anything. Let's bring back the art of playing a little hard to get. That is how it works still to this day. And another thing I didn't want to talk about and I don't want to talk about is nude pictures and selfies and the fact that people are sending them and asking for them and whatever. It is crazy. And I have something to tell you. You do not have to send those pictures. You should not send those pictures. And there's really nothing else to say. Just don't do it. Just say no. Drugs and nude pics, just don't touch them. And you will find a man. I married a man that did not ever ask me to send him a nude picture. And if he did, I would have been like, I don't think this is right. Right? And if I said, hey, want me to send you a sexy picture? He would have been like, no, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for long term. And then I would have sent him a picture of my warts anyway. I really did do that. My husband's really special. But anyway, okay. No nude pictures. And I have two 17-year-old brothers, and I asked them, what do you guys say to these girls that are sending nude pictures? And they were like, just don't send them, dude. Just don't do it. It's just not a good idea. Even high school boys who are the ones asking know that they should not be asking and it should not be happening. And if you've already sent them, that's okay. Pray that God protects those and no one ever sees them. And then just say no more from this day forward. No more mean girls and no more nude pics being sent, okay? Cool. Number 2, oh my gosh, this is my time? Okay. Number 2, take a break from your phone when you're with your friends or family. This, you can do it as a game for an hour, just 1 hour. Okay, everybody, when I would have retreats at my house, I'd be like, basket, phone in this basket, and I'll give it to you at the end of the retreat. You can start with just an hour. Whoever touches their phone first has to buy everyone ice cream. Whatever you want to do. Get back to a place when you're with your friends or you're with your family, you play games together and talk together and hug each other and cry. Long-term friendships and relationships are what makes our lives blossom. Our brains and our minds and our hearts blossom is people that have known us over the years and still love us, right? And this was really good. This was in Real Simple. It says, thank you. It's been a pleasure. You may now pick up your phone. And I feel like this should be in our door, in every door. Okay, if you come in my house, drop your phone. When you get back, you can see it when you're done. It'll be hard, but you could do it for an hour. I bet you could do it. And then last, You know how I talked about when you're on your phone and someone else is trying to tell you something and you're just texting? Like I always go, oh, this is really important. So I'm listening. I always say that. I go, I'm listening, but I just have to text this person right now. So go ahead, keep telling me all your problems. Why do we do that? What is it about that? If someone is coming to you and saying, hey, I need to talk to you, put your phone down. And I bet there's one person in your life, I don't know who it is. It could be your sister, it could be your mom, it could be a friend who needs you to be with them one-on-one and listen to them and talk to them. So that's my challenge. That's my third challenge to you this week is pray. If you don't already have someone who comes up right now in your mind of who needs one-on-one time with you with no phones, pray that God reveals who that person is, that you can say, you matter to me. I don't need to look at my phone or text all the other friends when I'm already with a friend. Okay? So those are your 3 challenges. No phone, take a break when you're with people, and no phone in your room, and then spend time one-on-one. And if someone says, this is really important, be like, really, what is it? Let me read it. I'll decide if it's more important, right? Really, what is it? And if you've done these things, 1 or 2 or 3, I'm going back to Japan tomorrow, but if you do any of them, I really, really would love if you sent me an email so that I could hear if you actually did it and what it was like and did it change anything, because I've been doing these things too, and you have to make a conscious effort to do these things. So I'm going to stop here because it's past time, but I hope that you can all learn that your body is not your enemy. Your body is not your enemy. And girl groups are not your enemy. We are each other's biggest supporters. And we need to lift each other up.